and I questioned whether or not I was hearing horns. Yes, the international sign for horns. Or tickling a snake very close to your face. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Audiophiles. It's Andy and John, and you know what we do. We listen to music. John, you are going to offer up a song for me to go off and give a first listen to, my friend. What have you got in store for us?
Have you heard of a band called The Duke Spirit?
The name sounds familiar, but I think they are a band that I never got around listening to that were actually, I think, around like this isn't an instance where, oh yeah, they're a band I've heard of that came out 10 years before I was born. I think these guys were like contemporaries with a lot of artists that I'd listened to, but I don't think I've ever intentionally listened to them. So this will be an interesting go.
Well, I was hoping that because I took a bit of a shock because it's within your preferred time period.
Yeah.
But they had some success, but not as much perhaps as, well, I suppose you get what you deserve. Well, maybe not always, but there you go. So yeah, anyway, the song is called Lassoo.
Lassoo. All right.
Yeah.
Let me go off and give that a listen, and I will come back and let you know what my first experience with the Duke Spirit was like.
I talk to no one. Oh, you're invisible. And with this venomous tongue, yeah, none of it's true. And I can taste it. You see, it's in the heather. A message from forever. And now I understand. Could I make me get over you? And you get over me. You're gonna make me get over you. And you get over me. More. I just see you. More anymore. I just see you. This is the first day.
God damn. Almost halfway through this. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Just good old fashioned rock and roll, man. I'm really enjoying the sound of this, the movement of it. It's definitely a head bopper. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. I'm enjoying myself here.
I want the rolling hills again, where I can make plans, with pictures too. Tender trouble, it's almost lovable. I feel the weight of the trees beat on my chest. Could I make me get over you? And you get over me. Yeah, could I make me get over you? And you get over me.
Are there horns in there? Like deep in the mix? I don't know what I'm hearing there, but it almost sounds like I'm hearing brass instruments. Maybe it's my mind playing tricks on me.
Beat on my chest. Could I make me get over you? And you get over me. Yeah, could I make me get over you? And you get over me. More. I just see you. More anymore. Oh, I just see you.
was just sonically loud, bombastic, and I loved every second of it. Let's relive that. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was one of those like just full of energy. And again, like you don't need more than 3 minutes to convey this kind of energy and package it all up in a really delicious way, man. That was just such a like there was just so much energy and like awesome sonic work, especially on that guitar. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. I found this quite accessible for me. I would listen to this several times over. She had a great voice. There was a nice, great rolling bass underneath all of that. The drums killed it, and the guitar really, really shined there, especially there toward the end. And I want to know if my ears slash mind are playing tricks on me, or if there's some sort of brass in that one portion of the song. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Well, probably I am, but I wonder if I'm crazy for this particular reason. John can probably help me with that. So let's get back to him. Lassooed back.
Mm-hmm.
And man, this one was fun. This had a lot of energy to it. You look at I hate to do this, but like every time you see a timestamp, it kind of like jades you into what you're like, you start already started getting presupposition of what you're gonna hear or what it's gonna be like. But when I saw that it was coming in under the 3 minute marker, I was like, this is probably gonna be a really fun, energetic song. And it was just that. And I really, really enjoyed it. So it kicks off with this almost immediate urgency and purpose. There's like some great rolling bass in the mix, some really great drum work, and it just keeps the song's energy forward and ever present. And there's really no break in that at all. I mean, towards the end of the song, they ramp it up, but it never falls back from that initial sense of like urgency that you have from the word go. And at first I thought my ears were playing tricks on me. By the time the tune reached its like pre-chorus chorusy area, and I questioned whether or not I was hearing horns. Yes, the international side for horns. Or tickling a snake very close to your face. And I gotta say, like, I loved it. I loved the production choice of not being like, look at us, we're a rock band, we're using horns. Let's just be so goddamn ham-handed and put them in the front. No, it was balanced with the rest of like the conventional rock band instruments that were, that were involved. And I liked that. I liked that they made me go, wait a minute. Am I hearing? And not go, oh yeah, they're really celebrating the fact that they know a guy that can play trumpet. So it was fun. I liked that.
Can I just say, the use of it is almost like you would get in an old-fashioned, or dare say, Motowny type song where you have a female, three of them always going like in the background leading up to a chorus. It's that same use.
And you're absolutely right. I know I didn't equate it to that, but I kept thinking, and I think I wrote later in my notes about the sustained note delivery of that, which you're right. It is like this harmonizing, octave jumping, sustained like backing vocal you might get out of a 3-piece in a Motown song or something like that. So yeah, spot on, man. Totally agree with you. So I like that they they like that they weren't ham-handed with the brass throughout the whole song, and didn't let it steal the spotlight or anything. Instead, I literally use the word harmoniously shared the spotlight with the rest of the band, and that's kind of like it was literally adding sort of harmonies to the tune, especially because they were a little bit higher registered. And you had this really great female rock singer voice, and they coupled so well together, like those pitches. And at some point during this portion of the chorus, the tempo picks up more. And the drummer really starts going to town on the hi-hat, like double timing on the hi-hat. And I could hear, like, I could, be totally full of shit here, but like, I remember playing bass. You always like sort of are in sync to what the drummer's doing. You and the drummer are kind of like, of one mind, or that's indicative of a good rhythm section. And I remember so many times looking over at my drummer, Matt, and seeing him doing something similar on the hi-hat, but as an added choice to add texture to that really metallic-y mounting what is essentially a tambourine that you can just screw onto your hi-hat that adds this extra depth of that sound. And to my ear, that's what I was hearing there, that it was really leaning into that. And there was almost this extra layer of tambourine-y, hi-hat-y type sounds that were going on there. And I loved that so much. It was such a small thing. But man, when he changed that up and he started doing double time on that, I really, really loved that. It was just this added extra depth of sound that rang true to me for whatever reason. And I enjoyed the breakdown bit around the 210 marker that would, as we would come to find out, essentially carry us to the end of the track. And the bass and the drums would do the double hits with the horn. Forgive me. The bass and the drums would do the double hits while the horns held these like the do, like sort of like do, and then the horns would do that sustained notation that they were known, that we just talked about. All the while the guitar begins to creep in over like the sort of open areas of music, like after the double hit, like and you'd hear like the beginning of this whining guitar a little bit until it kept doing that and doing it until the guitar became ever present. And it was just like frenetic, all this fervor behind the guitar. And it was just so present that it was sonically undeniable in its presence. And I really, really enjoyed that a lot. It was a great way to like bring everything to a head. So as all of this kind of comes to a head, the vocalist takes us through one or more refrain of the song, and her delivery, coupled with this bombastic nature of the music, like this cacophony that they built, really helps to hit that ultimate crescendo of the song before it's over just like that. So yeah, this was a quick burn, like a flash in the pan, but man, it's a great 3-minute tune that kind of captures your attention and doesn't let it go. And if anything, the way it starts, you're like, okay, you've got my attention. It's what else can you do? And then, like I said, that last minute-ish of the song, they said, let me show you what we can do in order to get you even more invested in this, or more, so I really, really enjoyed this tune a lot. It was nothing groundbreaking. Although I will say the choices that they made with the horns is very tasteful. I admire them for that, not just going, hey, we're thinking outside of the box, so let's just make that our identity in the song, which they didn't do. And I thought that the female vocalist's style and delivery matched really well with the music that was being played. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, man. This is a good tune. Simple, but really, really good.
Cool. Yes, I think I agree with pretty much everything you said. The reason why I chose this song was sometimes I choose a song because I just really, really like it. Now, every song I choose I like, don't get me wrong. Here's what I hate.
Let me see if you hate it too.
That'll be an interesting twist on things.
Yeah, quite the formula.
But sometimes it's because I think it will be of interest to you in terms of context, of the musical sort of landscape, etc. Or I think it's a really important piece that influenced or whatever. Sometimes I think it's because people on the channel really would enjoy it as well. And this is one of the times why I picked this one, because I thought you would really enjoy it, because I think it's not an outstanding song, don't get me wrong. It's not going to change people's lives, but I think it's just enough to enjoy. And I think we've given some of the stuff that you've given me, I thought this would fit into some of that quite nicely, and a nice addition to a playlist, rather than being a go-to song. Having said that, I think what you say, it's not particularly original, but I do think that the way, as you say, the choices they made and their own high levels of competence make this a really fun listen. I know it's not anywhere near my favorite song or anything like that, but
Right.
I enjoy it every time I hear it. And she has got some chops on her. There was a live version on Letterman, which I was going to give you. Um, and it's really good. It is, don't get me wrong, but I think some of the subtleties are lost in the live one's even more frenetic, so you don't get quite that. This is well produced as well, so you're hearing everything.
Yes.
I think the live one, they just really go for it, and that's exactly what you got to do. But you've missed some of the subtleties in it, so that's why I picked the studio one.
No, I
But
can
yeah, she's
understand that
yeah,
discerning factor, you know what I mean? Especially when that's what you wanted me to hear was despite the 3 minute billing and the rather cut and dry way approach to
yeah,
you wanted me to catch the little bits of
the little
love in
touches.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And that I think
exactly.
you've made a wise decision in giving me this version.
If something's like really groundbreaking or whatever, it doesn't really matter too much whether it's live or not. Somebody's interested just to see them live. And she has a presence as well. She does.
Mm.
So, But anyway, let's get into the band. Fortunately, there's not a huge amount about them, but there you go. So, formed in London in 2003, they're described as alt rock, garage rock, indie rock. I will say this: there's a shopping list of their sort of influences, and a lot of people have cited Jesus and Mary Chain, just because of that sort of. They do cut up the guitar a bit of distortion stuff, but I think Jesus and Mary Chain is a really lazy assumption to make. People have mentioned even like Sonic Youth. I don't see that. I see a lot of '60s influence in this,
Mm.
and that kind of upbeat R&B sort of sound, in with the sort of folk rock as well. So yeah, and that's probably what appeals to me about this. So the
Do
band are made up.
while we're on the topic of genres and what you just like some of them you just listed, like do some of their other tracks lean into some of those subgenres? Because like garage was one of the first ones you said, and this song doesn't remind me of garage rock at all. Maybe the fervor and like the a little bit of the, but it's a bit cleaned up,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is a good thing if that's what you're looking for. And like not every song has to be like sounded like it was recorded in someone's garage. But are there other songs where they kind of lean into that sound a little bit more?
Yeah, there's different levels of
Yeah.
sort of roughness,
Yeah, yeah,
grittiness,
yeah, yeah.
what we want to call it. Yeah, yeah, they do. I've only listened to the one other album, so I can't say for the whole of their output. Perhaps the first album was a bit more oomph. So they're made up of Lila Moss, vocals and percussion, Dan Higgins, lead guitar, Luke Ford, guitar, Toby Butler, bass, and Ollie the Kid Betts on drums and percussion. Now, I don't think he's a band member, but the guy playing the trumpet was Chris Bautista. I did find his name on one of the credits for the album in Discogs. It's not listed anyone else as being part of the band, so I think he was but he was on the Letterman as well, so he was definitely doing it on that. So, first album they brought out, Cuts of Land, was unfortunately, I think it was going to be 2004. It was delayed because their original record label went belly up. So they got a deal sort of 8 months later with Polydor, and so that was released in 2005. Favorable reviews, and it sort of crept into number 40 in the UK charts. This track is taken from their second album called Neptune, which was released in 2008. It got fair reviews from the critics, sort of up and down. Shortly after this was released, Dan Higgins, the lead guitarist, then left the band for family reasons. There was stuff going on he had to attend to. So they had a little switcheroo around, brought someone in, and guy was promoted from, bass to guitar or whatever. But anyway, definitely a promotion. But
Sure.
so the third album followed in 2011, and there was a hiatus for a bit until further albums when they got back together in 2016 and 2017, and they're still active to present day.
Nice.
Now, the success that the band have had has been with very little promotion or advertising. It's been almost entirely word of mouth, particularly from their continuous and sort of ever-present touring and performing. And they have supported Queens of Stone Age, Yeah Yeah Yeahs, British Sea Power, REM, Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, Supergrass, and Jane's Addiction, to name a few. So
Mhm.
in with some fairly big hitters, either in music in volume term or in sort of reputation.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some good names there. And one of their songs, Send a Little Love Token, was included in the 5th edition of the Guitar Hero video game. So hopefully that would have earned them a bit of money.
Yeah,
If
yeah, you
nothing
think.
else.
You think.
Yeah.
Well, that and like, I mean, they're probably not making a lot, but if they're doing it in the volume that blurb suggested, where they're these just road warriors ever willing to be the opener.
Well, that's where you make the money.
Yeah,
Is
you're gonna make some money doing that. It ain't the easy way just by signing over a song to a video game. That's probably a quick payday, but I mean, you're still probably making some loot touring.
Well, I mean, seeing as the paltry amount that bands get from streaming, I think their main revenue for a lot of income revenue for a lot of the bands is the live scene.
Oh yeah,
because you ain't get it from record sales.
Unfortunately, you're right.
CD sales, whatever. Anyway, on the lyrics, I talk to no one. Oh, you're invisible, and with this venomous tongue, yeah, none of it's true. And I can taste it. You see, it's in the heavens, a message from forever. And now I understand. Could I make me get over you and you get over me? Oh, could I make me get over you and you get over me? Aha, 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 more. I just see you. Aha, more anymore. I just see you. This is the first day I walk the rolling hills again, where I can make plans with pictures too. Tender trouble, it's almost lovable. I feel the weight of the trees beat on my chest. Could I make me get over you and you get over me? Yeah. Could I make me get over you and you get over me? Aha, 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 more. I just see you. Oh, more anymore. Oh, I just see you. Feel bad? Say so. Feel good? Let it go. Feel bad? Say so. Feel good? Let it go. Aha, 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 more. I just see you. Aha, 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 more. Oh, I just see you. And to sum this song up, I've just put one word: concise. It really is. There's not a spare second in it. It's very lean. And it's, again, that's kind of old school. 3-minute song, bang, in and out, put the kettle on, two choruses, 3 verses, bang. That's how they used to write them. And it's quite, because it wasn't like a silly pop song that just, a few la la la's and then we're done. So yeah, that was quite refreshing to hear. So yeah, haven't got much more to say about the band really. I'm not an aficionado. That's the research. What's what it's chugged up. I'd love to say I've got several tea towels by them, but I don't.
You'd love to say you had several what by them? I'm sorry.
Details.
Yeah, details. Yeah, that'd be great. No, I was gonna ask you this. You said this is off their second album. You said 2008. Yeah. That's their second album. Do you have anything off their first album?
No.
Okay, cool, interesting. Yeah,
in fact, for a long time it was just this song, and then I got the album about 8 months ago, of which this was off, and that's all it. I just had this song for ages.
Right on. Yeah, no,
it's one of those random ones.
It's funny that you mentioned that, and I think it's something that we've touched on a little bit before in previous songs, but there are our lists of songs for each other quite long and extensive and sometimes like a bit all over the place, but that doesn't mean that every single one of them is a band that we've absolutely dedicated ourselves to learning about or have all of their, like, no, they're just successful in writing a song that I really liked or something like that. And there are those, and then there's these other ones where I know all the stuff about them. It's just interesting how that works, right? Where like some bands will resonate with you so much you could wake up out of a dead sleep or a drunken stupor and rattle off all this information about them. And then there are others where you're like, yeah, I really like these 3 songs off these 2 albums of the 5 that they've done, and that's about the sum of it.
And I never even checked out the rest because I really like this, but I couldn't be asked to go and see the rest. What funny you should just mention that. I had a quick look. This will drop afterwards, so we just did the song You Me Dancing, and I had a quick look, and I have one song by them, and it's called Sweet Dreams, Sweet Cheeks. I don't know why I got that, probably because it's the sort of thing I would say anyway, but that's the only song of theirs that I got. It's weird, isn't it? Again,
That's great. That's great. Well, right on, man. Well, thanks for bringing this one to the table. I did really enjoy this tune. I mean, it was a bit of back to basics with some modern tasteful decisions and how they produced or like layered things
Yeah,
and stuff. And yeah, man, it was a
I
success. I'm
just
glad I
done
listened to it.
well.
Yeah,
And I know
exactly.
your fondness for a strong female voice.
I do.
Insert joke here. And I wrap things up very quickly. So thanks for listening, Andy. Folks out there, let us know what you think. Anyone more familiar with the Duke spirit? That wouldn't be hard. But they did bring to the channel. Come on.
Yeah,
Some
come on.
points for that. So fans
All the
of
praise.
those of them out there, please let us know. Everybody else, let us know what you think of this song. If you liked it, hit the like button. Yeah, drop comments as well. We love to hear from you and all your sort of pithy little goblets of wisdom. Yeah, very welcome. And if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, what do you want?
Yeah, come on.
Come on. Yeah, please do. And help support this channel grow onwards and upwards. And hopefully very soon we'll make the regionals. And that being said, thanks so much for watching. And we'll see all of you on the next episode of the Audiophiles.
See you guys.